Hello, day 3 of my 30-day vlogging challenge. So I want to talk about relationships today. So here's the thing. Sometimes we misread situations, try to repair them, and we still can't go back to how things were. You probably dealt with it before, experienced it. And, for me, my experience with one of my buddies, I talked to him last night. He messaged me pretty long, pretty deep conversation uh, about pretty much what's been going between us in the past and just recently. And uh, it's like on my side, I done what I could. You know, Granted, yes, at the time the mistakes I had. If I had known the reaction from what I said or did, obviously I wouldn't have done or did it differently. But I only reacted how I thought would be the right way to react, right? And granted, during certain conversations, we may say things that we aren't really 100% on, or like, there's probably a better way to phrase this or say this, but I don't know that, so I'm going to go with what I think is best to say in this situation or act in this situation. And for me, it's one of those things where you got to acknowledge that the damage has been done. The saying goes, "It's water underneath the bridge." It really depends on what that is, because if it's, it may not really seem severe to a lot of people, but like to you and your how you take relationships, it can be pretty severe. So, some people are like, yeah, like it's water under the bridge. Maybe it's like for you, if a couple months go by or a couple years go by, you're like, you know what? Yeah, water underneath the bridge. I forgot about that, or I don't have a strong sense of emotion towards that topic or that event, right? But for other people, you can go 5, 10 years, and you know, I'm never letting that go, or it's unrepairable, right? We can go back. We can't go back to where we were, but we can try to just make amends and just kind of be cool, But for me, in my situation, I still want to talk, like still want to be like cool, just person to person, just still be there, just still there, be like a relationship, but it's not going to be as the same relationship as it was in the past. Like that's unfortunately just the way life goes, right? And it's tough, having conversations. It's not easy. No one ever says easy. Of course, some people, it's easier for them to react and say maybe the right things at the right time. For me, in my case, I said the wrong things at the wrong time, and it pretty much lingered long enough to where it did unrepairable damage in the relationship. And it's my bad, right? I'm at fault. I'm not saying it was 100% the other person. Like I'll take my side as well, but you can only take so much of the situation on your side. If it's between two people, three people, 50%, 33%, like you do what you can do, but that's all. Like I tried talking, and if the other person doesn't want to talk, like I can only do so much. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to force it. If that's the way it needs to be, so be it. Right? But you can't at least say in the future, hey, I tried. Could you have done better? Sure, of course, anyone could do better. But if the attempt was made, a good attempt was made, and things just don't work out, it is what it is. I mean, that's life. We move on. Uh, but that's one thing I have learned is you do what you can on your side, but if the other person, the other group, the other person, the other party they don't want to take part, they want to take action, do their side, their fair share, then just end it on good terms and move on. I mean, that's just really the bottom line. And here's the thing: do not let the guilt weigh you down. When you've done your part, you learn from it. You grow and you focus on what you can control. Because at the end of the day, it's life. We move on, build relationships, lose relationships. People pass away. People move to different states, countries. Like, it's just natural for this to happen. You can look through at any part of history. I mean, it's just the normal way of life, right? So, if anyone out there has a comment on this subject, or have their own fair share of conversations with like these with their friends, spouses, relatives, comment down below. Because this is really my first like big conversation in terms of relationships, like when it comes to, at least with friends. So I don't have very much relationship. So for me, what I can say, what I can do, is only from what I know, right? So thank you for listening. Have a good day. Take care.